No, Donna. What's up, guys? Let me just get this slide ready for you. Awesome. How's everybody doing today? Appreciate it. Hey, Samantha, is this Nexans or Nexans and non-Nexans?
I believe it's non.
Non, okay, cool. Cool, a lot of new faces here.
Yeah, this is non-Nexus.
Okay, awesome. What's up, guys? Alex Machuca here. Excited to be here today. And on behalf of our entire team, I would like to welcome you to our free event. Okay, discover the secrets to getting leads at wholesale cost in 2023. Guys, we're going to teach you how to generate your own leads by the end of this webinar, quite frankly. Right? So pretty cool stuff. But for those of you who don't know me, again, my name is Alex Machuca, and over the past 3 years, I've helped over 600 loan officers and mortgage brokers all across the country drive revenue for their business. But if that's not enough reason to listen to me about your mortgage goals, here are some other facts you should know about me. Okay, I've spent over $10 million in Facebook ads. I've booked over 264,000 home purchase appointments, and all of those appointments were with people above a 640 credit score. Okay, I'm also completely aware that I look like a huge douche in this photo, but do not judge me by this horrible photo. Judge me by the value that I bring to you today, because I'm going to be bringing a lot of it. Okay, in fact, if I cannot change your career significantly for the better by the end of this webinar, I will just quit the mortgage industry completely. Now, for anyone who stays until the end of this presentation, I will share with you 2 of our ads that have produced over $100 million in volume. Okay, that means that these ads are tested, they're proven. This is an easy way for you to close more loans. And we're just going to get right to it. As soon as I fix this damn slide, there we go. Now we're golden. So at one point in time, guys, I owned one of the fastest growing mortgage lead generation companies in the country. Okay, and this was a pretty amazing time in my life. I had just burst onto the scene where I was getting a lot of attention because what we were doing was just unheard of. Okay, we scaled to about $50,000 a month recurring in 90 days, $100K per month in 8 months. And by 11 months in, we were doing about $500,000 a month in revenue. Okay, it's a $6 million a year annual recurring trajectory. Okay, and this was all in my first year of business. Okay, even some of the best mortgage coaches in the country were coming to me asking for advice, asking if I would share what I've learned with their students. Okay, how many of you know who Carl White is? Okay, he was nice enough to have me speak at the Mortgage Marketing Animals Conference in Utah last year. It was an awesome experience. Shared a lot of really cool stuff about how I won the ClickFunnels Award, which is given to marketers who generate over $1 million with just one funnel. Okay, now everybody was able to see the success, but what they didn't see were the trials and tribulations we went through as a company. Okay, it hasn't been all sunshine and rainbows. In fact, this past year has been one of the hardest years ever for our business, right? Very much like you guys, pretty common in the mortgage industry, right? Now, the housing market takes no prisoners. Think about how hard the past 12 months have been for you as a loan officer, then multiply that by about 150 clients. Okay, that's what we were dealing with. Okay, when the housing market took a turn for the worse, loan officers abruptly stopped buying our services. Okay, it doesn't matter how good the service was, they couldn't afford it. So here I faced this huge problem in my business. Okay, we had no revenue coming in and a ton of overhead expenses. Okay, you guys ever lose $368,000 in a month? I'll tell you what, it's not fun. Okay, your blood pressure goes up, but God works in mysterious ways. And it made me get to work. It made me reinvent myself. It made me reinvent my company, which is exactly why I'm here today. Because in order to solve my business problems I had to solve your business problems. Okay, very tall task. Obviously, I can't control the housing market. But what I did do was figure out a way for any loan officer, regardless of experience, to be able to generate leads at the same wholesale cost as every lead generation company on the planet. And it was extremely difficult, but you'd be surprised at what you can accomplish when you literally have no other choice. And strangely enough, all of my pain and my suffering is the exact reason why I've been able to help loan officers like Alan Parker do. Okay, whose pipeline grew to $75 million in just 2 weeks of working with us. Pretty insane, right? When you have a pipeline like this, real estate agents, they come flocking. That's exactly what happened at Alan Parker do. Or Lewis Poles, who got up and running in less than 12 hours and got 4 closings in his first month of working with us. Okay, we started getting these amazing results, so naturally, I had to test the market, right? I had to see if there was a need for this new discovery I came upon that was literally sitting under my nose the entire time. And what happened next was pretty unbelievable. Instead of doing $50K per month in 90 days like we did with our lead gen company, we did $50K in 2 weeks. Okay, this was such a no-brainer that I had loan officers begging me to share the same stuff that I'm going to be sharing with you today. But guys, nothing pains me more than giving someone a solution to their problems only to run into them months later still hopelessly clinging to those same problems. Okay, I need an implementation mindset today. If I show you guys how to make more money this year and I prove it to you, meaning there is math behind it, and the math behind it is undeniable, all I ask is that you guys take it and apply it. Okay, how many of you know someone who's left the mortgage industry this year? I'm willing to bet a lot of you, right? So the people who left the mortgage industry this year, they were presented with a housing market problem and did nothing about it, right? They didn't look for solutions. They relied on their company to solve the problem, or they just kind of expected the problem to resolve itself. Listen carefully, guys. Your company is not responsible for your family. You are. Do not sit on your hands at the end of this presentation. Okay, I'm going to give you all the insight, all of the tips, all of the tools for you to go out there and become one of the top loan officers in the country, even in this market. In fact, especially in this market. Okay, what I show you on this webinar today can not only get you results immediately, but it can change your career for the better. Now, that's what I'm going to be doing for you. Here's what I need you guys to do for me. Focus. Shouldn't be that hard. And participate, guys. I'm going to be asking you questions. I could always tell who the lazy loan officers are. And then they want to contact me after and chat about their problems. I don't got time for that. Participate in the chat. Okay, because if you can focus for the next 20 minutes, I promise you, I will change your career for the better. And you'll be able to implement what I teach you right away. Okay, so I need you to put the snack down. Stop zoning out and daydreaming about some illustrious career that hasn't happened yet. It's within reach. Okay, if you invest 20 minutes of focus, you will gain back a skill that will pay you in perpetuity for the rest of your career. You will never have to use a lead generation company again. So if you see something that excites you, I want you to make a commitment that if it makes sense, and only if it makes sense, you guys will put it into action. Do we have a deal? If so, locate the chat box, type in yes. If you can't locate it, just say yes out loud. I don't care if anyone can hear you, but let's get down to business. Now, does anyone know the 3 most important factors when determining a good lead? Don't be shy. Put it in the chat. Let's see what you guys got. What are the 3 most important factors when determining a good lead? What do you look for? What do you want in a lead? Is it intent? Is it income? Is it loan amount? Is it credit score? FICO. Ted says FICO, income, down payment. Yep. Those are good. Gold balls and cash. All right. All right, guys. The correct answer to this question, aside from intent, is income, loan amount, and credit score. Right? When you say you want a good lead, what you mean is you are looking for somebody who makes a lot of money. Obviously, they'll have enough for the down payment, right? Who wants to hopefully buy an expensive home and who has the credit score permitting him or her to do so. Is that fair to say? Yes, right? Well, there's just one problem with that, guys. We have a law in place called the Fair Housing Act. The Fair Housing Act protects people from discrimination when they are renting or buying a home. Okay, that means if you are on Facebook and you're marketing, or you're marketing on Google or any other platform, you cannot target people based off their income, loan amount, or credit score. It's not an option that these platforms provide. Okay, you think Google and Facebook want to be fined billions of dollars? They already got fined $5 billion with the Cambridge Analytica scandal. They're not going to go through that again. Okay, they're more strict than ever. And I love when I tell people this. It's like they're hearing Santa Claus doesn't exist for the first time. It's like, you really thought this old fat guy comes down your chimney every year? Like, you really think Facebook and Google just blatantly ignore housing laws and want to get fined billions of dollars? Of course not, right? Yet what loan officers do is they jump around from lead company to lead company, searching for better lead quality that doesn't exist. That's like playing the lottery with no winners. Okay, income, loan amount, and credit score have to be at random. Okay, Facebook cannot control who clicks on their ad when. Okay, if you thought that you were getting better lead quality from a different company, the truth is it was just luck of the draw. It was just your time. Okay, which brings me to my next question. What should be your objective when you are buying leads? Well, up until a few seconds ago, a lot of you would have answered that the objective is to find the best quality lead. But now we know that objective is fool's gold. So what is the objective? If the name of the game is not about finding better lead quality, because all leads are created equal, then what is it about? Any guesses? What do we got here? And I'll tell you what, guys, the webinar usually takes as quick as people answer the questions. Cost, sure. Any other guesses, guys? I'm gonna have to start calling you guys out by name. Gerald Bryan, Bill Merritt, Ted Beinhorn, Jen Molina, Shelly McReynolds, Michael Sanchez, John Fletcher. Where are you guys? The data, the quality. Well, Bill, we just debunked quality, right? Because income, loan amount, and credit score are at complete random. If it's not about finding the best quality lead, then what is it about? Well, it's about the same thing that every business has been about since the beginning of time. Business 101. How do we acquire new customers for the lowest cost possible? It's that simple. That's the objective. Okay, moving forward, if we know that every lead generation company gets the same quality leads when it comes to income, loan amount, and credit score, because they have no control over it, they can't control who clicks on their ad when, then you know that the objective is simply, how do I save on costs and get the most value for my dollar? Right? You have two options in this scenario. Okay, you can look for a super cheap lead generation company. If they're cheap, you probably don't have a lot of experience, probably just one dude starting up a business. Or you can cut out the middleman and get your leads at wholesale cost. And in very short order, like Dan Paladin, who started in his first 4 days and got 24 leads. Now this guy's running ads, making more money than he ever has with any lead generation company he's ever partnered with. Now, the answer to how this happened lies within the next question. When you work with a lead generation company, how much of your money goes directly to generating you leads? Right? Obviously, lead generation companies have overhead expenses that they have to pay for. So how much of your marketing dollars are going directly into generating you leads on Facebook or Google, right? Because that's what the lead gen company is doing. You give them some money. They use some of that money on Facebook and Instagram to get you leads. How much of it? What percent? Is it A? Is it B? Let's see what everyone here thinks. We got C. Another C. Another C. Another C. A B, an A, a C. Okay. For the most part, you guys got it right. The answer to the question is 20%. When you buy leads from a lead generation company, only 20% of your money actually goes into generating you leads. Okay, so what that means is not a little bit, not half, but 80% of your money doesn't even go to generating you leads. It goes to that company's overhead expenses, right? It goes to the salaries, the tools, the office space, and you're even paying for them to acquire new clients, which really dilutes the service when it comes to serving you. Then the money they have left over, that's what they put into the ads. That's what they put into generating you leads. Okay, so that means if you spend $2,000 with a lead generation company, you could go on Facebook, spend $400 and get the same exact amount of leads. Okay, some of you don't pay for extra guac at Chipotle. Do you think it's a good idea to pay more than double for your leads? Right? Is it because you're lazy? No, right? It's because you have no other option. There is no alternative for you. You are no John McIntosh, who generates his own leads and turned a $700 ad spend into $9,000 in his first month. That's the power of cutting out the middleman. Okay, that's the power of getting leads at wholesale cost, which, as you guys remember, is the name of the game, right? John isn't tied to a lead generation company, so John doesn't have to worry about paying a pesky monthly retainer. Okay, another glaringly obvious issue with lead generation in the mortgage industry, but still doesn't really occur to most loan officers. Let's say a lead generation company is charging you $2,000 per month retainer. That's a pretty modest price for a lead gen company. If a lead gen company is charging you $2,000 a month, that means by month 3, you're already in the whole $6,000. Well, guys, sometimes it takes 90 days to close a loan, right? So by the time you close your first loan, you're already in the whole $6,000. You're barely breaking even. And then you have to keep investing money just to try and make a little bit of profit. Nobody talks about this. Okay, this is a fundamental flaw with lead generation companies in the mortgage industry. When you enter into a binding contract with a lead generation company, you're signing up for a race against your monthly retainer. And the worst part is you can't even get out of it because you're contractually obligated to fulfill the whole thing, whether you're winning or not. Now, how do we get around this? Because there's really only 3 ways to get leads. Of these 3 ways to get leads, go ahead and put in the chat which way you think is the best way to go about it. Is it friends and family? Is it realtors? Or is it best to just buy them? What do you guys think? We got realtors. A lot of fans of realtors. Love it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is still best to just buy them. Okay, friends and family, you don't have enough friends and family to scale your business. You are not that popular. If you were, probably wouldn't be on this webinar. You wouldn't need to be, right? It's a nice thought. It's a cute thought. It's just not scalable. Realtors, great way to supplement your deal flow. Not a good idea to be relying on someone else for your business and livelihood, especially someone else who most likely has zero loyalty to you, right? The second they find a better deal, they're going to go with that LO. So again, it's not scalable. And don't even get me started on if there's one small hiccup in the buying process. That realtor will never pick up your call again. So still, even knowing what we know now about lead generation, it is still best to buy leads. Okay, the people who have gotten rich off friends and family and all that, so that was before the internet. They're few and far between. Okay, it is a fact that buying leads is the fastest, most effective way to get immediate results. And it is the only scalable option that you have, because you can buy as many leads as you want. Okay, guys, if I'm trying to make $1 million going through friends and family, that'll take me 10 years. Going through realtors, that'll take me another 10 years. Right? Buying leads can happen in one. Okay, can we all agree with that? But here's the problem when it comes to buying leads. Just to recap with you guys, the first thing that we learned is that the Fair Housing Act really screws marketers, mortgage brokers, and everybody out of any targeting when it comes to income, loan amount, or credit score. Pretty much any factor besides intent that makes it a good quality lead. That one reason alone should stop you from working with lead generation companies. Okay, the second thing is we learned that when you buy your leads, 80% of your money doesn't even go to generating you leads. It goes to that company's overhead expenses. For every $100 you give them, they spend $20 on your behalf. Thank you. That's another reason why you should never use a lead generation company again. Probably the biggest one in my opinion. And the third reason, because lead generation companies know all of these reasons, like reason 1 and 2 specifically, they tie you up in a contract that does not align fundamentally with how real estate works. You're signing up for a race against your monthly retainer, and closings do not happen overnight. Now, doesn't this put you in between a rock and a hard place? Right? You know that lead generation companies are screwing you, yet they're your only option. They've monopolized the market because people like you don't know how to generate leads. Which brings me to my next question. If you knew how to generate your own leads, would you do it? Type Y for yes and N for no. Knowing all the things you know now, if you had the ability to generate your own leads, would you? Okay. We'll see how honest you guys are being with yourselves. Let me ask you this next question, true or false? In order to bring your lead generation in-house, you need to have some type of marketing skill. What do you guys think? True. John says true. Ted says true. Shelly says true. Got a lot of trues. Michael says no. Guys, the correct answer to this question is false. You do not need excuse me, got a tongue twister. You do not need to know how to market in order to run ads. In fact, you do not even need to log into Facebook to run an ad. And I will prove it to you.
All right, to show us how easy this really is, this is my 10-year-old little girl, Mia. She has never used this software. This is her first time, her first day. I'll walk her through it real quick. You ready to go? Yeah. All right, let's do it. All right, Mia, go ahead. Okay, well, you already know what you're doing. Well, hold on. You're going too fast. All right, keep going. That's fine. I told her which ad to run. Go ahead and put in $10. It's fine.
Okay, that's my favorite number.
All right. Put in the thank you page that I gave you. I did give her a thank you page. Yep. You did it. Okay. And just like that. She did it. It literally took her less than 30 seconds. Good job, man.
So guys, crazy story. Before I started my lead generation company, I got out of a really bad business deal. I lost about 100 grand. And it was a pretty crazy time in my life. I was at a crossroads and I went to a good friend of mine named Jeremy Haynes. Jeremy Haynes did all the marketing for Grant Cardone. And I was like, man, what should I do with my life? And he was like, you should start a marketing company. And at the time, I'll never forget the feeling I got. I just felt like kind of pissed off and frustrated because I'm like, I don't know shit about marketing at all. And he was like, you don't need to anymore. And he showed me the software that changed my life, that was able to help me service 600 loan officers because it dumbs it down so much. So here's what we did. What we did was we scoured the internet for the best performing mortgage ads online. We templatized them and we put them into a library for you. So if I wanted to run an ad, I would simply select the ad that I want, enter the state that I want to target, enter my NMLS number, enter my company name, how much money I want to spend a day, and enter my website. Alan, go ahead and cancel this for me after I launch it. And simply click launch campaign. Okay, and just like that, you're up and running with proven mortgage ads in less than 5 clicks. And let me explain to you why this is so profound. The reason it's so profound is because a lot of you don't know how these lead generation companies work. So I'm about to show you. So we're going to go to Teachers United. Teachers United is an asset that's ran by Good Vibe Squad. I like Good Vibe Squad. I personally think they're one of the better lead generation companies out there. Okay. Now, if I wanted to see Good Vibe Squad's ads, what I would do is I'd go to the About section. I'd go to Page Transparency. I'd go to See All, and then I'd go to the Ad Library. Okay. Now, what do you guys notice about these ads? They're exactly the same. All they do is change out the picture of the house to make it look like they are in that state, right? There's not much variation on it. That's what lead generation companies do. In fact, there's only about 15 or 20 ads that these lead generation companies use on repeat. We all know each other and we all run the same ads. So if that's the case, why are you paying a lead generation company thousands of dollars to do the same thing that you could do with just a few clicks of a button? I'm going to go in there and cancel Alan's campaign. Sorry about that, Alan. So guys, at the end of the day, what this really comes down to is you guys having 2 options. 2 options. Okay, we can do this together. I saw a lot of you saying that if you were able to generate your own leads, you would, right? Well, now's your chance. Okay, if you guys were to try this alone, it'd probably take you at least 3 months to learn Facebook and Instagram ads. With our software, it'll take you 3 minutes, right? If you were to do it the old way, it'll probably cost you thousands of dollars to figure out. And even once you figure it out, you're going to have to test new ads to see which ones work. That's also going to cost you money. Or you can do it the easier, cheaper, faster way. And I have a way for us to do it together. It is with great pleasure that I introduce to you Mortgage Lead Hackers, the only practical way to buy leads. Okay, you can save thousands of dollars per year using the exact same ads and generating the exact same leads as every lead generation company on the planet. 0 experience required. So what you get is a library of ready-to-use Facebook ads guaranteed to get you the best possible cost per lead. Okay, and you can leverage different programs such as veterans programs, first responders, teachers, renters programs, first-time home buyers. Never use a lead generation company again to generate you leads and save thousands of dollars in service fees every single month. Now, our CRM software will allow you to store and manage all of your leads generated. So you can get current up-to-date statistics on how much volume you have in your pipeline based off your average home value. And you can manage all of your leads in an easy-to-use dashboard. You can upload existing leads, export and import as many leads as you want, which is important because we can put them into drip campaigns and reactivate them because our software has automated follow-up built into it. Okay, the follow-up is more important than the actual ad. Communicate with your leads through two-way text message and email campaigns. Our pre-built follow-up campaigns will text within minutes of them filling out a form, ensuring speed to lead at the highest level. Okay, and these follow-up campaigns are going to assist you in contacting every lead, taking much of the workload off your plate while also increasing your output. Now, how much is this worth to you guys? Well, for Michael Berger, it was worth about $40,000. And that's just so far. He signed up back in December. I got to check back in with him, but he's got the rest of his career to go. Okay, you guys don't understand. Getting your leads at wholesale cost means an 80% increase in your returns. Okay, you stack that up every single month, and it adds up further than your wildest dreams. So I'm sure you guys can see why we can charge $40,000 for this easily. I'm sure you can see why American Financial Network, once upon a time, was paying us $30,000 a month for the system. But we're not going to charge you that. Okay, we can definitely get away with charging companies $20,000 for this. Maybe we'll discount it to $10,000 to get more deals. But for you guys, for a very limited time, you can get this for just $250 per month. Okay, you can get this for the same price as taking your family out to dinner. Now, I know what you're thinking. Alex, I tried Facebook ads back in 2004 and it didn't work back then. Therefore, it won't work now. Right. That's why billions of dollars are spent on Facebook ads a year, right? Because it doesn't work. Or one of my favorite ones. Well, if everyone's using the same ad, would that saturate the market? No. Guys, that would be like trying to drain the ocean with a teaspoon. Good luck. Okay, there's 7 million homes sold a year. You need a piece of that pie for yourself. And the fact of the matter is, everyone will eventually be doing this one day when it becomes the standard and it becomes a requirement. You'll be forced to do it or you'll be out of a job. Do you want to do it then? Or do you want to do it now and get ahead of everybody? Because if you do it right now, the early adapters take the least amount of risk. Because for a limited time, there are no contracts, no commitments, and you can cancel anytime. Okay, I am so confident in our product that I don't think we need a contract because I can do basic math. Okay, why buy marked up leads from a lead generation company when you get to use the same ads they're already using, get the same leads, and get 80% more leads for your dollar? We literally eliminate every single problem that comes with buying leads. Every single one. Every single problem that was presented to you, destroyed. Okay, and I'm not worried about anyone leaving because once you're getting leads at wholesale cost, that means you're getting it for the most affordable amount possible. Can't get any cheaper than wholesale cost. So you don't have a reason to buy leads anywhere else ever again. Okay, and best of all, while this limited time offer is available, when you sign up for Mortgage Lead Hackers, there are no contracts, no commitments. And of course, you can cancel anytime, right? But aside from that, you get this bonus. Okay, I've got a special offer, but if anyone can get it at any time, then it's not special. Okay, for the first 5 people that sign up, actually 7, apparently, at loanofficersupport.com, you will get our appointment booking funnel. Okay, and you can find us in the marketplace. Now, what's a funnel exactly? It's a website designed to turn visitors into leads, leads into appointments, and appointments into customers. Okay, so you guys can give yourself the ability to create higher intent leads by putting your leads through a pre-built survey that extracts critical information such as credit score, income, loan amount, and many other attributes that you probably would like to know before you waste your time speaking to that lead. Okay, so you'll be able to effortlessly book appointments with high intent customers on autopilot and become completely self-sufficient. We will include this embedded in your software for the first 7 people that sign up. Okay, guys, is this a bad time to bring up that I won the ClickFunnels Award? So we're doing $1 million with just one funnel. Guess who designed the funnel? Me. Fam Mirza, entrepreneur, investor, philanthropist. Do you guys remember back in the day those half home, half away football jerseys? Nelly and the St. Lunatics wore them at the Super Bowl. Okay, Fam invented those when he was 14 years old. Since then, he's built several successful companies. He was one of the early investors in Spotify. Fam says, I own several companies that have generated tens of millions of dollars. When I am building out my funnel and ad strategy, I call Alex Machuca. Can you believe that you get this for free when you go to loanofficersupport.com? Now, a simple Google will tell you that funnels will make you 62% more likely to win a high quality sale. You can get this for free, but you're going to have to act quick by going to loanofficersupport.com and signing up in the marketplace. So go ahead and open up a new tab in your web browser and make sure that you get this funnel, because you can end up like Mike Stoy. Imagine having the ability to get $9 appointments. Now, some of you are thinking, yeah, Alex, this is great. I'll do this when I have enough time. Guys, the setup takes 20 minutes. Setting up one ad can last you up to 7 months. It's a set it and forget it system. Set it up once, watch the leads come in. You think $9 appointments would help your business? Well, what if we were guiding you? Because for bonus number 2, you will get live ongoing coaching calls from myself and my partner, Brandon. 2 guys who have serviced over 600 loan officers for lead generation. Okay, a huge benefit to anyone who's doing lead generation in the mortgage industry would be having the access to 2 guys who have actually done it, right? And you'd meet with us multiple times a week. We could charge $250 for this alone, and it'd be the steal of the century. We meet twice a week, every Tuesday and Thursday. Meetings with us, that's 8 times a month. That's just $31 a session. Guys, would you pay $31 a session to have the CEO and the COO of a multi-million-dollar lead generation company help you with your ads? You'd be foolish not to, especially when you get so much more on top of it. We don't just coach you on ads. We coach you on the best outreach strategies. We coach you on the best calling strategies. My lead generation company had a call center attached to it. I had to run that too. We would do appointment setting, right? I know exactly what objections you're going to see and what you need to say to overcome them. Okay, you could ask any one of our clients. They will tell you their absolute favorite part about this program, besides all the money they make, are the coaching calls. And you get this completely free when you enroll at loanofficersupport.com. So just to recap, in the bonuses, you will get our appointment booking funnel that will generate you booked appointments on autopilot, and you will get live coaching calls where Brandon and I will hold your hand and walk you through any issues you could possibly have. We'll let you share your screen. We'll take over control and even do it for you. Okay, these coaching calls all but ensure your success. But if both of these bonuses are not enough, I have a third bonus for you that you can find at loanofficersupport.com. Again, for the next 7 people that sign up, you will also get our Lead Connector app that will allow you to run your business on the go. You'll be able to work from anywhere in the world and be able to communicate with your leads right through your phone. Imagine being able to take a vacation without skipping a beat or having that impede on your business. It's priceless. And I'll do you one better. For anybody who missed the first 7, and let me check. A lot of you missed the first 7 because those 7 spots are taken for the appointment booking funnel. What I'll do is the next 7 people that sign up will not only get this app, but they will also get the appointment booking funnel. So open up another tab on your computer and immediately go to loanofficersupport.com. So you guys are making out like bandits, right? You get the appointment booking funnel that will by itself increase your conversions. live coaching calls from 2 guys who have ran a multi-million-dollar lead gen company, and the freedom to work anywhere in the world using our Lead Connector app. But that's not all you're going to get. Because for our 4th bonus is a 7-day free trial. Guys, you can try this risk-free. There is literally no reason on earth for you not to do this now. You mean I can see all of your ads and it'll cost me no money? Yes, that's exactly what I'm telling you. Okay, if you wanted to, you could sign up for this, steal all of our ads, and cancel. But I know you won't, because doing this with me is 10,000 times easier than doing it without me. So these 4 bonuses alone are 10 times more than the price. But let's not forget why you're on this webinar. You saw the title. Obviously, you're interested in generating your own leads. You just spend 30 minutes on this webinar hoping that after, you will be able to generate your own leads. Well, here is everything that you need to do that. Okay, let's take a look at what this would cost you if you wanted all of these tools. CRM and pipeline management, $99 a month. Website and funnel, $300 a month. Facebook ads library, $500 a month. Email marketing, $300 a month. Two-way text messages, $300 a month. Mobile application, $500 a month. And coaching calls, I'm not getting up off my ass for anything less than $5 grand a month. So when you're sitting here today, honestly, you've got 3 options. You can spend no money, do nothing. You can spend your money somewhere else, or you can spend your money on this. Now, here's what I know about doing nothing. When the market took a turn for the worse, 33% of loan officers lost their jobs. They all did nothing. It's not really an option for you guys. Right? Spending money on something else. Listen, if the last 45 minutes hasn't convinced you that working with a third-party lead generation service doesn't work, then I can't help you. We showed you the math. And the thing about math is the language of reason, logic, and fact. Right? If you want to defy basic mathematics, well, then I can't help you. Now, are there other options like us in the market? I don't know. There might be. But you're not on their webinar right now. You're on my webinar. You're spending time with me and you've been engaged with me all this way for this amount of time. And I don't know about the experience they can give you or what they can exchange for your money in terms of value. But I do know what we can give you. It's right on your screen. So the reality here is if you leave and you don't invest, you've put all this time in and you have nothing to show for it, and then you try and go somewhere and find a magical solution, is that likely going to serve you? And the answer is no. So you and I have to get serious with each other right now. You've already invested. Doesn't it make sense to continue with a good investment? Right? You guys have learned new things today, haven't you? So now it's time to put the money in a place to really, truly start making a difference. And you can do that at loanofficersupport.com. Now, I have, for the most part, done everything for you. Look at the resources I provided to you. Whether I created them or you created them, it doesn't matter. It just so happens that you don't have to, because I already did. The real question is, how much would this cost you in time and money if you were to create them yourself? And the answer is too much. Way too much. Or we can just give them to you today. You exchange a little bit of this, and you get all of this. And now you have all the resources in place. So no matter where you are, I promise you, it's not where you're going to stay. And we can start that journey right now at loanofficersupport.com. Okay, guys, money is a resource that replenishes every single month. Whatever you spend on this, you will get back. That's how a job works. So can we all agree that this is infinitely more important than going out for a few drinks at the bar this weekend? Money is a tool, and if you don't use it, well, then it's just numbers on a screen. It's not about the money. It's about what the money can do for you, right? Do you want to have peaceful sleep at night? Do you want to have less anxiety in your life? Do you want to actually enjoy coming into work because every single morning you have new leads coming in that want to speak to you? Or do you just want to keep $250 in your bank account that you're inevitably going to spend anyway? right? This is a solution that was built for the logical loan officer. And if the price turns you off, it was designed to. And there's still value in this webinar that you can use to get to a point where you could afford this in the future. But for those of you who are ready to go right now, let's quit screwing around and foreplaying each other and let's go all the way together, right? And we can do that at loanofficersupport.com. Now, guys, usually what I do is I break this into a Q&A. So any of you could ask me any questions that you'd like, and I'd be more than happy to answer you. All you got to do is raise your hand. I'll take you off mute, and we can sit here as long as you guys need. Where do we sign up? On LOS.com, right in the marketplace. So if we are on loanofficersupport.com, what you're going to do is you're going to go to marketplace. Sometimes LOS support.com is a little finicky. Sam, do you think you could maybe speed this up for them?
At the marketplace?
Yeah, the marketplace. This happens a lot though. Whenever I click on the marketplace in your guys' system, it doesn't load. Like it'll just stay a little bit frozen.
It just loaded for me pretty quick. Yeah.
Yeah, but what you're going to do is you're going to go to the marketplace and you're going to select marketplace. And right there, you'll actually see our product. It's going to say Mortgage Lead Hackers. It's going to have a picture of this guy right here. And you should be able to recognize it and be able to use it. Awesome. So Corey Small asks, does your CRM have Zapier and API connectivity? Yes, it does. Of course it does. Yes, it does. Of course it does for non-QM and DCSR. However, I recommend starting out, you do not start there because those leads are typically more expensive. We have a philosophy here. We say crawl, walk, and then run. And that's the running part. So I don't think you should start out with that. But these are what we talk about in our coaching calls twice a week. Edward, I'm going to unmute you. Give me a second. Sam, can you unmute Edward? Usually I'm able to do it, but I guess Sam didn't make me the co-host.
I did it. Can you hear me? I did it myself.
Yes. Awesome.
Just curious, what's your suggested ad spend, daily, monthly, whatever?
Great question. So our official recommended ad spend in our course is $35 a day. Now, if you need to go cheaper because some people can't afford it, then the lowest you should go is $20 a day to generate enough volume, right? We know that it's a volume game now, right? If all leads are created equal when it comes to income, loan amount, and credit score, then it's really a volume game. And if you're not willing to at least spend $20 a day, then it's not worth it for you. And I'll let you know that right off the bat, so you're not. And again, guys, I'm not incentivized to say more, right? Because Facebook doesn't give me a cut of what people spend with them. You know what I mean? It's all essentially you're paying for your own ad spend.
Thank you.
No problem. Scott, for new branches with users, we are going to be charging an extra $50. It hasn't happened yet. So once you get started, like it's free right now, but we are talking about raising it for users because we have entire branches using our software and they have like 45, 26 loan officers at a time. That we have to take under our wing and coach and help. So we are going to be charging for those seats. How do we know if we got the app? You will know. We'll send you an email. Any other questions, guys? This is your time to ask. Right now, we don't do any investor and jumbo loans, but we do non-QM and DSCR. And the reason we made those ads was because a lot of our community were requesting for it. So if they request it, usually we make it happen. If we get enough people talking about us, and enough people talking about the ad that they want, or if they have ideas, like we have a great community. We have over 278 members in our communities. Rose, we don't do reverse mortgages. Here's why. You should not be advertising for reverse mortgages online. Only 30 to 40,000 reverse mortgages happen in the United States a year, which means your audience size is way too small. So your cost per lead is going to end up being $180, $200 a lead. So we won't put reverse mortgage ads in there because we're trying to get you the lowest cost per lead. We don't want anybody to be like, these ads don't work. But it's tough to advertise reverse mortgage. The minimum ad spend, Corey, well, our official recommended ad spend is $35, but the minimum, if you have to, would be $20 a day. Any other questions? Guys, if you are here and you're staying after, I assume it's because you have questions. So what can I answer to you? Anybody? And I get this a lot, and a lot of people are like, I need more time to make this decision. No, you don't. You don't need more time to make the decision. You need more information. And I'm the guy with all the information. So what can I answer for you? Rose says, I just got off the phone with Dan. He says it's worth it. Oh, Dan Paladin, great guy. I don't have to set any of the parameters. No, you don't. You just have to get the state that you target. I appreciate Dan saying it's worth it. That's my boy. But that's cool, Rose. So looking forward to, and if you're a friend of Dan, you're a friend of mine. You, Corey, when you're doing advertising for housing, you have to put a special ad category. You don't put any interest, but all that stuff's already actually taken care of for you. Yes, Bill, it's $20 a day. That would be your budget on Facebook. And then you also have to pay your phone bill, but that's less than a penny a text. And then you have to register your phone bill, which I think is like $5 or something like that. This way you can send out mass text messages to all your leads, which, I mean, the payout from that's ridiculous, right? You can reignite all your leads. You can upload your lead list and send out mass text message campaigns to them, which is obviously priceless. Any other questions, guys? No more questions? If that's the case, guys, I will let you go. Awesome, guys. Well, I appreciate everybody hopping on the call. If you guys have any questions, you can shoot an email to info@leadhackers.io. Okay, info@leadhackers.io. Yes, Scott, that'll work, and that won't be a problem. When you asked if you could have multiple users, I was thinking you have like 50 or like a lot more. Yeah, that's no problem, man. Yeah, absolutely. 3 LOs in 3 different states. Yeah, well, that's no problem. We do that all the time. Yeah. Cool. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everybody being on this call today. And if you miss anything or you think you need any more information, then we'll talk next week. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.